Well, hello, how you going? Another video today. Thank you for joining me here if you're watching. And look, if you appreciate this content, guys, I really appreciate the thumbs up. Let's jump into it. So a question I get asked, surprisingly, is how did I get into cybersecurity? How did I get accepted into cybersecurity? Now, I don't have any one-size-fits-all answer, but I'm going to share my general thoughts about what I think works. I think a lot of people, they are a little bit intimidated or don't really look at the ask people who have been in it for years, because it can be a little bit intimidating when you see people with a whole bunch of certifications, master's degree, PhDs, they just got, absolutely endless amounts of certification. It can be a little intimidating and can be a little daunting for people coming into the industry. My advice, first of all, is don't focus on that. You have to start somewhere, okay? It doesn't matter what age you are. Everyone's got different life experiences. Everyone's got different advantages and disadvantages. Some people have the advantage of knowing from a young age what it is they're interested in and what it is they want to focus on. Some of us don't figure out till a lot later in life. And I think at any time in life you can pivot, you can change your career. So if you're someone who's coming in, you want to change your career, you're like, look, I'm done with my trade. I'm done with not being able to have the flexibility to work from home. I want to create opportunities for remote work and things like that, then I think technology is a great solution. Cybersecurity is a rapidly growing field. It's definitely worth it. My first suggestion, if you're somebody starting off at a total baseline, my advice, and the advice that I'm sure many other people would give you, that is foundation, setting up your foundations, okay? I did a trade. I don't come from a technical or degree background, but one thing that a trade teaches you is you got first year, second year, third year. I don't know how it works in other countries, but that's how it works here in Australia. That is very important because each year represents your progression to the next level of skill, okay? To become proficient in something, anything takes time. And I think the trade model's really good. I would like to see the trade model implemented into cybersecurity, first year, second year, third year. And it does kind of work that way, like people can get promoted within those year ranks. But it'd be good to see a systematic kind of approach to making sure that people that we're hiring, entry levels that are being hired, are systematically going through the skills that are going to really benefit them. Now, I know that cybersecurity has a lot of specializations and it's not a one size fits all, but there are foundations. So I would highly encourage you to do a foundational course. So here in Australia, our college system, TAFE system, offers foundational courses in IT and cybersecurity. I think these are really good, and in some cases the government will even subsidize or even pay for it because there are certain industries that have a certain need requirement, okay? I would highly recommend that. I really am glad that that's how I approached getting into cybersecurity. Do you need a degree? Look, there's nothing wrong with getting a degree. It can certainly open up more doors, can be more advantageous. But I would say most importantly, focusing on your foundation. So when I'm talking about foundations, I'm talking about networking protocols, all the basics of networking. If you don't understand IP addresses and how networking and protocols work, the various layers and things like that, I think that's a fundamental thing that's going to be missing from your cybersecurity foundation. Also understanding like the basics of scripting, learning the basics of coding, how to code Python, understanding HTML. I think all these things, understanding, incident response, cybersecurity terminology, understanding the basics of, dealing with hardware, basic troubleshooting, and the list goes on, but I would say a solid foundation, 6 months to a year of building an IT foundation. If there are opportunities to even go into some kind of support role or admin role or something like that, I think, and I would have done that, but I'm very fortunate that I've been kind of accepted into the cybersecurity world without that foundation. But I really think that foundation is a good thing. I'm a strong believer in foundations and progressive skill building. However, don't get trapped in the cycle of thinking that you have to be in one role for too long. And this is a thing that you see in companies where people think, oh, well, I'm not ready yet. And they kind of tell themselves that for a period of, years, and they stay in the same role or same company. I think there's natural progression, and I think you should know in yourself when you're comfortable or when you're ready to go to that next level. So 100% foundations. I know that there are other IT courses out there. You've got CompTIA, the A+, or whatever it's called. I think it's something like that, where it's like IT fundamentals, the Network Plus, things like that. I think they're also very good certifications to have. And the reason why I say that is because I just think it's good to have those foundations, because it's good to know the difference between security issues and configuration issues. And when you work in support roles, you get a very firm grasp of the various issues and things that come up for customers from a user point of view, right? And that can really help you in your security career. It's not everything, but I just believe that it really can help. Okay, so get your foundation sorted. I don't think you need to go down the road of a tertiary course, degree, or certificate, but if I'm being honest, I think it does help. I think it is a good barrier to entry. It does crack the door for many people who do come out with that certification. It shows that it demonstrates a couple of things, right? It demonstrates that you're committed, that you're a person who can start something and finish it. It demonstrates that you have interest in the subject that you're learning about. And it demonstrates that, you can meet the baseline requirements of the job, which is the whole point of university, right? And say if you get assessed based on a certain criteria and you demonstrate that you can meet that level of criteria, and then that kind of gives the employer a little more confidence that you're able to do the job. But it's not everything. Like, don't quote me on that. It really is not everything. I think another thing that will really help you get your foot in the door once you've worked on your foundations, and that is just who you are as a person. Are you conscientious? Can you be trusted to work alone? Do you have a solid work ethic? Do you have integrity? These qualities are, if not more important to employers than necessarily the technical skills, because the technical skills, they can be taught. You can learn how to do most things, like most jobs. But if you have a foundation level of technical knowledge and a foundation built, it will make integrating and building your cybersecurity career a lot easier, or the transition a lot smoother. And then you can progress and decide which area you're going to focus more of your energy on. Okay, so that's my thoughts today. Won't make the video too long. Whatever country you're from, look at what options there are to do a course, to do a foundational course, to get the ball rolling. And I'm a huge advocate for always being hungry and open to new opportunities, okay? Whether they be in support roles, IT support, admin, system admin, or whatever you can get yourself into. Any entry-level roles in IT, I think there's nothing wrong with that. I know that people want to go into the field or the job that they want to go into, but sometimes you've got to level yourself up. I know a lot of people who are, well, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but I know a few people who are engineers that started out in support. So, and being a cybersecurity engineer and working with the tools, that's a good position to be in. Those people are in high demand. They know the tools, they know the technology really well. Very marketable skill, very good skill to have, and a lot of them just started out doing support, okay? Because think about what you do in support. You troubleshoot, you deal with clients, you deal with the users having issues, and you troubleshoot. And engineers have to do a lot of that on the tool side of things as well, okay? Again, it depends where you want to go in your career, but I think any of that foundation definitely helps, okay? So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that was clear. Please, if you like the content, I'd appreciate your support. thank you for joining me, and share your comments below. Tell me about your experience getting into cybersecurity. Tell me about your journey, what you're doing, and feel free to share any things that you've learned that you can share with me. That would be also really appreciated as well. So all the best, guys. Take it easy. See you next time.